Peace, fam. This is your brother Maul, the other Maul, hitting you with an extra special segment today. Still Tom about it, right? This is an extra segment where we take those sideline conversations and those little tangent conversations and it's turned into its own thing. It got a life all its own. Sometimes the conversation is that good, whatever you're sipping on is that good, whatever you're smoking on is that good, but the conversation get extra better, so we added an extra segment because we still talking about it.
In educating people, I realize like a lot of people, we all have sex, but no one fucking talks about it. No one fucking talks about it. No one fucking talks about it unless they're in a relationship. And then like if they're in the relationship, they don't talk about any of their past sexual experiences. And like I get it on the mental, like you don't want to know about certain things, but like certain things are important to like the why, like your sexual connection with your current partner. You know what I mean? Like
now that be because you know what I'm saying. You don't. Everything ain't for everybody first, right?
Yeah,
and
I agree.
You don't want to be telling somebody about you. You know what I'm saying? Curiosity can kill a cat. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like bust them up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it be shit like that that'll make them keep their shit to themselves.
But absolutely, but I think there needs to be a safe space for if there is. I'm telling you this so you can understand me sexually,
right?
Versus I'm telling you my escapades. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I like there are lots of women that want to say things to their partners and they can't even say it because they're worried about their partner judging them. And you're like, well, you know, you blocking your blessing. This could be the best head of your life, and like now you can't get it because like I'm trying to tell you why like the way you like to do it is not working for me. You know what I mean? So it's just like stuff like that. But I think it all comes back to like men and their egos.
Why is it? Why is the devil?
Oh, God. Like literally, like I think men's egos make you guys like boring in bed. It makes you guys like just dogmatic on certain things like that don't even correlate, but because you're worried about how other people are looking, like it matters. Like I think a lot of how you guys
women don't do that also. Like I don't know the full meaning of dogma or whatever, but
no, absolutely not. Do you okay?
They don't care. They don't care what other people. They don't.
They do. They do. Yeah, no, they absolutely do. But I think the problem is y'all's egos is so tied into everything you do. You can't even have like an honest conversation with anybody. Like men, there's a lot of I've heard like locker room talk. Like when you guys are trying to like tell stories, you have to like weed through the fucking bullshit to find the real story. Like, oh, I fucked that bitch involved, and you're like,
at the same
what did you
time,
really do?
At the same time, I'll tell the same story to Deuce and tell it to Chase completely different. And I don't think it's. I just think it's because with some people.
Damn, you be holding shit back when you be telling me stories?
Nah, nigga, just like my relationship with my nigga Deuce. Like this is my nigga, so I'm gonna tell him all the Knicks, Cranians, all that shit. With Chase, I just gonna tell him what it is, and this is my best friend, opposed to this just being a friend. And I think it's the same thing with relationships, and it seems like.
But okay, that's different. I think I'm talking about ego-based conversations, not like this is not information this person needs to know. Like, okay, so for instance, it's a group of girls. In our girl chat, like when we're talking, we're actually like saying exactly what happened because like we're looking for input and like, you know what I mean?
You don't believe that. There's no way you believe. You think all your girlfriends are telling you everything about their relationship?
No.
Okay.
When they are looking for input. They're not like, oh, I mean, there are some like brag moments, but like it's not like.
So my man. So you're assuming that when dudes are talking to their homeboys, they're bragging and not looking for it. No.
So like, I think a lot of the conversation is ego based. Like if you're telling your friend something and you're like, there is still this level of like, hey, I don't want to look crazy or I don't want to look like a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I think that is like when a girl, like most of the time, I don't want to say all women.
It be like that, but not all the time.
And I think that's why I use the example of the way I tell him a story and opposed to the way I tell another nigga a story. Okay. Because with him, I'm breaking everything down, the emotion, all that shit. Like, I'm really, the teardrop, I'm bringing it in there. Opposed to this nigga, I'm telling the nigga I was mad. and that's simple as that. So this nigga, I was mad, I was crying at the same time. I was like, that's
right.
I think that's part of.
But I say all that to say, like, women don't have that. We don't have these moments where we're
you do have women that you would tell this story to, and another woman you would not, correct?
Yeah, but it's not ego based. Like, I'm not. There's.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain to a nigga that's ego based, right?
I understand what you're saying, right? But what I do know is, like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for. I'll use the example of how me and Mo conversate. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just at the present age we're at. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need for no bullshit. So we don't have conversations where we hold anything back. So that's why he don't really understand what you're saying. Because I've never been the kind of guy to be around people. Like I tell my brother I love him all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I tell Mo, we get off, I love you, my nigga. We have conversations. I tell him the whole shit. Like you said, I done watched him cry about shit he's emotional about. And it's not ego based, you know what I'm saying? But I understand that most men do. But
that's all I'm getting. That's all I'm getting. Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying most of them. And so because of that, those interactions, like, you guys naturally want to carry that into talking to your woman, and like, we don't ever have that moment. So it's fucking weird. You know, like, I'm trying to talk to you and you're like trying to be this stoic person. I am telling you, like, this bothers me, you know, it hurts my feelings, blah, blah, blah. And like, most of the time, niggas just, you know.
I feel like that's just the wrong nigga you talking to.
I'm about to say, we gonna go with the old adage, it's the niggas you deal with. But
I'm not saying all niggas is like that. I'm saying there's the majority.
The majority.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to get ready for this workout.
What do we think? What do we think, gentlemen? Do we think us as Black men have that level of? Do you think we're raised with a certain emotional maturity and emotional dexterity about trying to handle?
As a Black man, you have to be hard, or you're gonna get taken advantage of.
I think it's the culture. Absolutely.
Right, but not just hard.
I think the culture.
Right, but not just hard, but just. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no. I wanted to. So you were saying not just hard, but what other aspect?
Processing emotions, communication,
right.
Taking that L, like handling losses. You know, expressing yourself. Effective communication. Diffusing situations, all of these different things. Like, as much as I would be online defending my brothers all day because I love them, I have to have a certain honesty with them and what I observe either in person and online. You know, as far as relationships, as far as what I hear my Black women say, as far as how we interact with them, you know. And my whole thing about being honest and kind of, I'm not trying to just call us out or something like that, but it's like, if I want us to be with us, I want my brothers to be the strongest, healthiest, best they can be. And the only way I can encourage that is to be honest with them.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, I absolutely agree. I think it's the environment that breeds the lack of, and I think all of this stems about processing your emotions. You know, I think it's not encouraged to process your emotions. It's encouraged to bottle them. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, hey, whatever that is, you know, suppress it. The only thing that you guys are honestly allowed to express without judgment is anger, but then there's a limit to that. You know, you can't be too angry because then you're aggressive. But like, if you only display anger, it shows a level of strength. So I don't blame. I think that's why I always say, like, I fucking love the Black man. You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine being with anybody but a Black man. Like, but you guys make it hard. You make it hard because, like, we want to understand you and we want to give you this space, but it's like, because you aren't encouraged to express your emotions, the ones that you often do are negative, and they're often directed towards us, the Black woman.
Because we always hurt people closest to us. You know
right.
It's
but like you have to realize, like, at the end of the day, like, Black women are the least desired women on the planet. Like, if you look at dating statistics, we're the least desired. And you know, it's like hurtful when the people that are close to you and the ones that you desire the most are the ones like treating you the worst.
But what about Black men only being desired when you can provide roof, housing, you know what I mean? All the things. You're not desired if you don't have. You know
it's in general, like the Black woman wants a woman, like a man in general, that's going to be able to provide. Like, and it's not that we can't do it ourselves, because clearly, you know, there's a lot of single mothers out here doing a damn good job of raising kids by herself. And, you know, we've got that stigma of the strong, independent woman. Like, nobody wants to do that. Like, somebody being a strong, independent woman is out of fucking survival.
It was a convo that my wife asked me about, as far as parents raising boys and girls differently. So yeah. I didn't see your attachment or anything. All right, we had a little bit of it. A generation of people who raise boys incorrectly got you believing that raising boys is easier than raising girls. Let that sink in for a moment. Of course, it's easier. Your daughter had to wait until she was 17 to date. Your son had him a little girlfriend in grade school. You built chastity, discernment, and self-respect into your daughter. You threw a jersey on your boy and taught him how to dribble or throw a ball. Boys aren't easy. You just invest less in their personal growth and maturity. That's it. I ain't gonna. That's it. We can go off that. Any thoughts on that? I see your face, dude. Good gracious.
I'm saying I don't.
Yeah. You know, and you kind of see a lot of people in our community, they really don't have a concept of the future. Like I always say, this country has stripped Black American men of the concept of legacy. Even the way we deal with women, we don't deal with them as far as like, I'm trying to have a woman to where we could build a legacy, a family, my family name, the future, generations from now kind of situation. Everything is really about what's going on tonight and tomorrow, you know? So I would really just want to instill a future, my consequences, and just the opportunities that are out there. You feel me?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
What would you say, dude?
Like,
because I figured this, right? If somebody was watching this video, right, and they were trying to reach out to their youngin, right, and they trying to figure out the words to say or whatever the situation is, what would you recommend, dude?
So I kind of got to the part of the album that got more kind of musical at the end, like more groovy. Mm-hmm. But the first part, I remember listening to a few songs and I was like, I did not like it, right? Like, and I talked to my wife a little later. I was like, when Beyonce does this kind of like ratchet shit, it sounds kind of lame to me. You know, because I really don't think ratchet is her aesthetic. I don't think that young girl talk is very authentic to her. She's been a celebrity star since she was like 15, 16, 17 or something.
Queen B.
Yeah, and like,
it was like
that
Lil Wayne with the gangster rap.
Right, like
she got to keep up with the Nickies and the Cardis and the Megans.
But you don't.
Yeah, but her whole thing used to be,